everyone. Sound check, please. Let me know if I sound okay and if you can hear the game. Sounds good. Hello, hello. Hi, Bella. Hi, Say. Hi, LP. Hi, Onyx. Hi, Sugar. Hello. How are you guys? Thank you. Thank you for the welcome back. I hope you guys have been well. I hope you guys have been staying cool in the summer.
Made quite an interesting find. After
anything new? What have you guys been up to? Let me know. My vacation was very good. Fine, but tell us how you are. Okay, my trip it was quite good. We left and the trip itself was okay. It started off really well. I was very awake for the entire trip. And let's see, what can I say? We got some snacks and then we left. What happened on that first day? We got there. We realized we didn't have any pillows. That was great. It was great. We didn't have pillows the entire trip. So and so here we were in this bed that was too soft. I don't know about you guys, but I can't sleep on beds that are too soft, and I can't sleep on beds that are too hard. I like mine kind of like medium firm. So we had a mattress that was a bit too soft for my liking, and we didn't have a pillow. So what we ended up doing was finding some towels, and we rolled it up, and basically slept on those. We made do. We had to make do, you know. And then so that first day, it was just a bit of like, you know, resting, a bit of figuring out what we were gonna do about the whole no pillow situation, figuring out like, you know, the bed, figuring out whatever. And the funny thing is, I shared a bed with my friend, which is what we usually do. Like she and I, we grew up together, so we shared a bed. It's also cheaper that way. Haha. I'll be honest, I didn't get much rest over the week because she took 75% of the bed. So every time I rolled over, I would just be hit with her arm, and I'm like, okay, you know what? That's cool. Thanks, girl. But you know what? She deserved it. She was injured, so I was okay with her taking most of the bed. It just meant that I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted. You're going to France, Sugar! That's exciting. I've never been to France. I want to go. In fact, I just want to go somewhere in Europe. I've never been to Europe. Places I kind of want to go are... So I have friends from Ireland, so that would be cool. I have friends from Italy, which I would like to go because that's pretty cool. I would love to go to Ireland and Italy. Spain would be really cool. Where else? Where else would be really cool for me to go? I don't know. I'm sure there were other places that I wanted to go, but you know. Hello, Mel. But yeah. Oh, thank you, LP. Yes, I hope she recovers well as well. She's one of those people who are like, well, if there's nothing I can do about it, I'm just gonna go rock climbing with this injury. I'm like, no, please don't. Please don't go rock climbing with your injury. That would... no. So yeah, every time... Where was it? I think we were talking about sleep, right? So, you know, I did my best. We did our best to make do with what we had. I wasn't the most comfortable throughout the day, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, the temperature wasn't bad. Where I was, I feel like it was like nicer, like cooler there than it was home. I feel like it was nicer there than at home, even though like it was supposed to be around the same temperature as where I live. I feel like it was cooler there, so I felt pretty comfortable.
The theater, a place of art and culture, where young and old
try going to Mexico and not dying from the heat. We actually planned to go to Mexico.
Have a seat, why don't you? And let our
that was actually one of the places that we were thinking of going. We actually we were planning on it last year. She was like, what if we just like rocked up to Mexico? So that actually might still be on the docket for an upcoming trip. I don't know when, but an upcoming trip would be cool. Let's see. And then I had like a couple of coworkers who went to Mexico, like one after another. I was like, what's happening right now that everyone seems to be going to Mexico? That's kind of crazy. But they had a great time. So if I ever need to go to Mexico, maybe I'll. I think they went to different parts of Mexico though. I don't know where they went. I think one of them went, like one of them stayed at a resort. The other one stayed somewhere else. I don't remember the specifics. I just know they had a good time, which is great. Have I seen the new Cookie Run? No, I have not. Cookie Run has not been on my mind at all. I think I've been busy with both the trip and then Uma Musume and a variety of other things. Yeah. So maybe in an upcoming stream I'll check out Cookie Run. Yeah. Anyways, so the first day it was kind of a chill. We slid into the first day quite well. And then what did we do? The next memorable thing that we went to a zoo. We went to a zoo. We went to a zoo and it was really cool. At first I was freezing because I took a look at the temperature, right? And it said that it was going to be kind of hot. So I was wearing I would dress lightly, but first thing in the morning, it's going to be hecka cold. So I was freezing my behind off. But the zoo was really cool. My friend just wanted to like head straight and head for the penguins immediately. It was really funny because she wanted to see the penguins. So her whole goal was to see the penguins, and we were at the zoo for like maybe 4 or 5 hours, and we went around the entire zoo. She kept talking about the penguins, and she was like beelining for the penguins as much as she could without missing anything, just for us to find out that the penguins were pretty much like right next to the entrance. So it could have been the first thing we saw, but because both of us decided not to read a map, we just walked right past the penguins and saw literally everything else before we saw the penguin. But I swear, seeing the penguin was the happiest I saw her all trip. Where the heck is this? What a great view from the stage from up here. Stage? Hello. Too much horse. The horse girl still. Listen, gachas come and go, okay? And horse girlies, it got my heart, okay? I didn't play as much Uma Musume as I thought I was going to on vacation. I mean, Granted, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to play many games because I'm busy on vacation, you know, which is kind of crazy because you would think that vacation is all for, like, you know, doing things that you want to do. But I always find that I'm always more tired during vacation than I am like when I'm not on vacation. Because the thing with vacations is that if you're leaving, you would want to make the most of the vacation, right? Like if you're leaving on a trip, you have a whole itinerary that you want to follow. You want to cram as much as you can into your trip. Make sure you see everything before you go. So everything was really tired. It was fun, but I have to admit that it was tiring. So I always feel more exhausted after I leave home because I always feel like, you know, I have to make the most of this trip. Whereas if we're just doing a staycation, there's nothing much that we have to like cram into the trip.
The gods are gathered for one of their glorious feasts.
At least that's how I feel.
Poor Persephone can only be there in the summer. How her mother misses her when she's not around.
Horse's Peak, 100%. Has Ruko got gold chip? Yes, I have gold chip, and I recently, and by recently I mean literally yesterday, I got the new Tokai Teo. But actually, it was my sister who got Tokai Teo for me. You know, I come home, the first thing I do is I open Uma Musume. Can you blame me? Ooh, feeding the seals. You got to feed the seals? I think the most exciting part for me when I went to the aquarium was seeing the sea lions, the tricks that the sea lions could do. It was so cool watching the trainers request tricks from the sea lions. Because then, like, they did specify, like, you know, like, they train the sea lions, but even if the sea lions don't follow the instructions, they get fed anyway. So it's not really them being ordered around. It's more of like, you know, we're gonna ask you to do these tricks for us, you know? So that was really cool watching. And the sea lions were massive. And speaking of massive, when I was at the zoo, I saw a bear, and I don't know why. I guess it's because I've never actually seen a real bear, but I never thought that bears were that big. Like, I saw them from a really, really far distance, and they still looked massive. So I'm just imagining how big they would be if they were closer. That would actually be terrifying. No wonder people are scared of bears. But yeah, I think my favorite thing that I saw on the trip was it wasn't the big brown bears that I saw. My favorite thing was probably the sloth bears. So there were these like sloth bears, and they were really cute, and they were playing, and it was adorable. I have to say though, like, guys, people need to know to stop knocking on the glass at zoos and aquariums, okay? Like, that's just something that you don't do, you know? Like, don't knock on the glass. The animals are there to chill. They're not here to, you know, satisfy you. And even then, they don't know what the heck you're knocking about, so that doesn't make any sense. Like, kids, I understand, like, the whole, you know, they're kids. They want to just knock on the whatever to satisfy their curiosity. But when I see adults doing it, I'm like, ooh, don't, no. Bye, LP. Next update is Silent Salt, so you're gonna get Silent Salt. Ooh, is that the next update? Oh my goodness, I should really log in. Yeah, I should really log in and figure out what's going on with Cookie Run. Haha! I don't even know how many crystals I have. Ooh, congrats, Sugar! Wow. You got both of them? Nice. Hey, Bella started Arknight! A 6-star in the first poll. Who did you get? I have Majiro McQueen from the first... I have her original form. I don't have her new one. I do want her new one, but, you know, like, your girl's got no more carrots. However, with the whole connection issue that's been happening recently, with the whole connection issue, I think it started last night. Like, every time I was, like, trying to do something, it was always connecting. It seems like I'm not the only one with the issue. So hopefully we get some compensation for that. Haha! You're scared of killer whales? Killer whales are scary. Like, they're... I guess growing up, I never thought of them as scary, but as you learn about them, as you... whatever... Yeah, they're scary. They are killer whales for a reason. They kill, yes. There was a bear soldier in World War II? Cool. Oh, little kids screaming, banging on the glass. Eee. I literally looked at my friend when I saw this adult man knocking on the glass for the... I don't remember which animal it was. I think it was the tiger. He was knocking on the glass with a tiger, and I turned to my friend. Oh my god. I turned to my friend and I whispered after we walked away, if he kept knocking on that glass, I was gonna knock him on it. I was just really annoyed. Like, yeah. Anyways, no to violence, yes. You're fine as long as vodka's around. Okay, Onyx. You can pick a beast. I can pick a beast? What do you mean I can pick a beast? Like, for free? Do I get a free beast? Is that what's happening? Wait, why are we getting free beasts? You know, just respect the animals. Like, they're already being put in these, like... They're already being put in these enclosures. Like, let them live. Let them live their life. All of these animals, they were so done, guys. Like, it was especially sad with the birds. Because, listen, birds should be free, and I understand the whole thing about, you know, it's a zoo, they should have, like, the birds. But, like, can you imagine being a bird stuck in this fake outdoors? Like, because they were outdoors, there was just netting over the entire enclosure. And, like, yeah, you can fly, but you honestly can't really go anywhere. And imagine being a bird and just seeing, like, I don't know, like a crow or a pigeon fly away and knowing that, like, you can fly, but you're still stuck in this enclosure, you know? That made me really sad. I made myself really sad when I thought about that at the zoo. Oh, in the new event! Violence is not the answer, it's the question, and the answer is yes. That's how I felt, yes. Wait, yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna stream the new Cookie Run update. Maybe I'll be at the next stream. I don't know. It could be tomorrow for all I know. I honestly stream on a whim. There we go. Ooh. Oh, but I think I would go for burning spice then. If we get to choose no oh my goodness, my brain is melting, guys. If I already started work again, so I think I already used up my brain cells. If we got to choose a beast, I think I would choose burning spice.
Maybe even forever.
Backstories, yes. We'll soon get salt. Ooh, okay. Sorry, it's just, it was one of the things I saw. As soon as I saw the nets, I was like, oh, it's the illusion of freedom. It's wow. You put them into cages and give them the illusion of freedom, and yet they can still see the quote-unquote lesser birds fly away free. Ooh, silver ash. Silver ash. Ikemen, yes. I don't have silver ash yet. I haven't logged in a while, but no, I don't have silver ash yet. Telopsis? I don't know much about Telopsis. That's gonna have to be like a say or an LP answer as to whether or not... Is Telopsis a medic? I don't remember. Yes, AoE healer. Wait, I think I have Telopsis. Oops. I'm pretty sure I have Telopsis. Haha. Do I have Telopsis? I don't remember. I think I do. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, we went to like a science center. We went to a science center, and it was fun. The science center was fun. It was a lot smaller than I was expecting. What did we do at the science center? I know there was like the scales, you know, like those scales that tell you like, oh, you're this heavy if you were on Saturn, or you're this heavy when you're if you're on the sun, stuff like that. So we did that. Yeah, the science center was a lot smaller. We have a science center where I live, and I think ours is has a lot more things to do. So I wasn't super impressed by the science center I went to, but you know what? It was a really cool experience. And then, oh yeah, and in regards to the whole like I didn't have like a pillow situation. We did go shopping. We went shopping and there were pillows there, and we looked at each other. We were like, do we want to buy a pillow just for the sake of having a couple of pillows? And we decided not to. I think my back and my neck really regret that situation. But you know what? I still saved like $5 to $10. I don't remember how much that pillow was, but I still saved $5 to $10 with conversion rate. So who's the real winner? Not my back. My wallet's the winner, not my back. Ariadne's thread. Her thread would be here, because he needed the thread to get through the labyrinth. Right there. Dionysus. Okay, where is he dancing? Okay, hold on. Where? Okay, is that him? Are you Midas or are you Dionysus? Da da da. Did I do any science experiments? I did not. Not at the science center. I think everyone was kind of focused more on the kids. So there were it wasn't really science experiments. It was just like, sciencey activities. But I think everyone was kind of more focused on the kids because they had a summer camp come in, and it seemed like the kids were having a lot of fun doing the activities. So we actually didn't do the science experiments or the activities, but it was cool watching the kids do it. You need new pillows, yours one's flat. One of mine is flat, and it's the one that I sleep with between my knees. I feel like it's because I've dislocated my knees so many times in the past, but it just, when I'm sleeping on my side and my knees are kind of not twisting, but like when they're together, it just doesn't feel comfortable. So I have to sleep with like some like a pillow kind of like between the knees. Is that TMI? Probably TMI, but yes, look after your knees, guys. Remember to stretch them. Remember to exercise, because dislocating your knee is not fun. I would know. I've dislocated them 3 times. So yeah, I have a flat pillow that I sleep with. It goes between my knees, and then I have, hold on, what the heck? And then I have a new-ish memory foam pillow that I sleep with. Yes. Ooh, good luck, Onyx. Or have fun, Onyx, I guess, because I guess luck doesn't really have much to do with it. A lore drop, yes. I have dislocated my knees like 3 times. Not fun, let me tell you. The first time I didn't even realize it happened because like it popped out and back in so quickly. And the first time it happened, it popped out and then it popped in, and like there was like the flash of pain, so like I didn't think too much of it. Like obviously I was still in pain. And then I immediately just went to school the next day, and I mentioned to one of my school friends, and she was like, oh yeah, she just offhandedly was like, yeah, my joints dislocate a lot too. So I thought it was normal, okay? Here I was thinking that dislocated like joints was normal because my friend just, the first person I talked to about this was casually like, it's normal. It happens to me all the time. So I was like, you know what? Fair enough. It's normal. It happens to her all the time. So like, there's nothing I need to worry about. Turns out it was the 2 of us who were abnormal. Your knees popped when you did some squats. I feel like I could just move and my joints will pop. Like I could reach for something and my shoulder would go crack. And I'm like, ah, yes. Okay, Dionysus is here. Where's his thinking little flute? He should be here. Somewhere. Who'd we... I think between Mystic Flower and Burning Spice, I think I would go for Burning Spice. Give me more power. More power, yes. He's so sad without it. When he was dancing right here. Where the heck is his flute? Am I not seeing it, guys? Am I blind? Don't answer that. He was dancing right here. Well, I mean, he's the god of wine, right? So maybe over here somewhere. Poor little Icarus and his father Daedalus. Don't jump. Don't fly. Don't fly too close to the sun. Oh, you regard her to 5 stars. Cool. Nice. Congrats. Let's see, what else? Are these the carnivorous sheep? Maybe. What else did we do? Let me think on this. What did we do? Oh, we watched K-pop Demon Hunters on one of the nights. I'm sure you guys know that I already watched K-pop Demon Hunters, and a Fire movie. I feel like it could have been better, you know? Like, it was a really good movie. It would have just been better if it was longer. It would have been so much better if it was just longer. I was missing the the emotional release at the end. How it's done. That song has been on repeat. Like that song is probably my favorite song from the movie. Netflix. All right, you guys can click away now if you guys haven't watched the movie. But I'm just gonna talk about it here. Okay, so everything was happening very quickly in the beginning, which I totally understand because like it is a movie. They have they only have so much time, you know, to fit everything into a movie. But like I feel like so much of the conflict happened in the first 75% of the show that the last 25% felt super rushed, and I didn't get the conclusion that I wanted. Because there's the whole thing where it was like Mira trying to confront Rumi about her secrets and everything, and there was the whole conflict between you know, and there's the whole thing with Celine as well. Like, what happened at the end with Celine? Like, I want to know more about Celine. The whole thing about hiding stuff from her fellow the fellow girls. They had the whole like, you know, like they broke apart. You know, they had the falling out. But then at the end, there's suddenly like, I just kind of wanted the emotional release of them becoming friends again. Like, they were just friends at the end, which I love. I love that they're friends again. But I kind of wanted like just a little bit more of them, like, you know, the whole, it's okay, you should have told us, we would have, you know, like, you know? Yes, we should have seen more of the other characters. Like, especially with the Saja boys, okay? Like with the Huntrix, we didn't get to see a lot of them. We got to see even less of Celine. I would have loved to have seen more Huntrix and Saja boys interaction, because that fan meet, it was amazing. That fan meeting, brilliant. The variety show, amazing. What happened to her mom? Wait, I don't think Celine is her mom, is she? I don't think Celine was her mom. I think she was just like someone. I think Celine was just someone who was looking after Rumi for her mom, wasn't she? we're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters. So if you haven't seen the movie, feel free to. But if you're okay with spoilers, we're just talking about it. Yes. Yeah, so like what happened at the end with Celine? Like Celine did the whole thing of like, you know, no, you should never tell them. And then so poor Rumi kind of like fell apart. But at the end where she confronted Guima and the Saja boys, what happened with Celine? To be honest, I'm okay with them not kissing. I'm okay with Jinu and Rumi not kissing because it. Here's the thing. As I grow older, I realize that, you know, romance doesn't have to have them kissing for me. Like sometimes it's like the build up and the emotional blah 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 that gets me. So I'm okay with them not kissing, especially with how quick everything felt in the beginning. It felt like they fit an entire romance into like 3 days. So like I'm okay with them not kissing because I feel like all their emotions like were displayed well enough. Would I have been angry if there was a kiss? No. I would totally have been okay if there was a kiss. They should have kissed. Well, I never played Kingdom Hearts, so maybe that's why I'm missing it. I think it's because... Here's the thing. Like I said, my favorite book series was Percy Jackson, okay? It took them 5 books for them to get together because that's how long it took them to grow up. So I'm okay with that. I think I'm used to the good old slow burn. Yeah, I don't think it was the right time for them to... There wasn't really the right time for them to kiss. Because I feel like the only right time for them to kiss was during that final battle after Jinu had been run through by a sword. So... And at that moment, they were in the middle of the final battle, so... I think it was also... yes, the other thing I was missing in regards to like the whole emotions thing was that... Where the heck is this flute? I'm so lost. What the heck? Is that I don't know how long this time skip was. Like this time skip feels very, very, very short. And it seems like Rumi and friends kind of moved on really, really quickly. You know, like we went from will they kiss or won't they kiss to Rumi, Mira, and Zoe going like, all right, on to the next thing. And I'm like, girly, please. That's like, I'm missing the chunk of time where everything kind of concludes, you know? I'm missing the part of the movie where the girls get back together, you know, they hash things out, you know, they reconcile whatever differences they have, and you know, they figure out, you know, how they're gonna deal with Jinu and Rumi's thing, especially now that Jinu is, you know, gone. Like, I'm sure there's gotta be some emotions there, right? Like, I think I'm just missing that. I'm missing that chunk of time that would have made it. The whole Celine, the whole girls coming back together, the whole, you know, resolution with the whole Jinu thing. I'm just missing that. All right, Sugar. Bobby. Oh my gosh. I okay, I don't know which one of you guys have Instagram, but I saw on Instagram there's this artist who this is so embarrassing to say, even though I'm not the one who drew this, but they kind of made an AU where Guima is the manager of Saja Boys, where Jinyu basically forced Guima to be their manager. It's like, you can't just be sitting here while we're doing all the work. You have nothing to do. Come be our manager. So Guima becomes the manager, you know, disguised as a human of Saja Boys, and Bobby low-key forces him into like a friendship. It's a very cute AU. Hi, Fortune. Hello, hello. How are you? I just need a little bit of like, you know, hurt comfort after credit scene. I need a little bit of the hurt comfort. Everything ended up like... I am very good. I'm quite tired. I actually had like a quick like 5-10 minute nap before stream. You know, coming back from... I was on... Oh, here's Dionysus now. I was on vacation for the past week. And of course, I had to jump right back into work right after because the grind never stops. But yeah, I wanted to stream and chat with you guys, especially, you know, I just have emotions and I have things to... Yes. But yeah, right now we're talking about K-pop Demon Hunters. You know, I thought that Golden and Your Idol were going to be my favorite songs. I never realized that it was going to be How It's Done. How It's Done is such a good song. It's been on repeat. I've probably listened to it like 10 times on the way home. Bye, Onyx. Have a good night. I feel like Takedown wasn't as punchy for me. How It's Done, definitely at the top of the list for me. Free was a little... Free got better. Like when Free started, I was like, do I like this? But then like once it got to around like the middle towards the end, I think I liked it better at that point. I think that was also the first time we actually got to hear Jinyu's voice, like, and know that it was his voice. So I don't know if his voice was what I was expecting, like his singing voice, but it definitely grew on me afterwards. Yeah, the one at the end, what it sounds like. Yes, the one at the end, what it sounds like was also really good. Yeah. I know Soda Pop was on it was like not like an on repeat, but I know it was like a brain worm for a few of my friends. They couldn't get it out of their heads. For me, How It's Done, oh my god, How It's Done. Oh my god, goodness, stop. It's on repeat in my head. By the end of the movie, I definitely felt like, oh, if they took out like, you know, like a song or so, they might be able to fit in like that emotional scene that I wanted at the end. But you know what? The songs are so good. I don't care that it took up a bunch of time because they were really good. And the fight scenes, the animation, very, very good. I think, like, logically, I knew that it was like a, you know, a Korean-made movie. Well, it's Netflix made, but like, you guys know what I mean. So the Korean animation, I wasn't expecting a lot of it, but you know what? It worked. It definitely worked.
King Odysseus is journeying
King
home to
Odysseus.
Ithaca and has found himself on Circe's island. She looks thrilled to have some company. Circe doesn't get many visitors after all. Perhaps after the feast she has prepared for him and his friends, he won't even want to leave.
Okay, what else about the movie did I... Oh, the tiger and the bird. The tiger and the bird needed more screen time, please. I feel like the ending could have hinted towards a sequel because we never really figured out what the heck's going on with like the tiger and the bird. But they were amazing. I love them so much. Here's all the food. Look at better here. Yeah, my friend actually didn't like K-pop Demon Hunters as much, which I totally understand. Like, it's not usually the type of thing that she would watch. So I totally get that it's not like her cup of tea. But her favorite was definitely the tiger and the bird. I think she was just disappointed by like the lack of answers at the end, which is fair because I was also disappointed by the lack of answers. Like, as much as I would like a sequel, I feel like the way they ended it is good, and that I don't know. I usually don't have very good feelings about sequels to stuff. Usually they feel very like cash grabby to me. So I'm not gonna hold my breath for a sequel, especially like with how much attention it's gotten. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a sequel. I just hope they do it justice, you know? Yes. Oh, so good. Yes, but yes, I was a K-pop girly. I enjoy my K-pop very much, so to be honest, the name kind of threw me off. The name of K-pop Demon Hunters threw me off because like it just felt very like literal. Like they didn't really try with the name. But you know what? It definitely made up for it. Like the movie, they didn't need a fancy name for the movie. But yeah, definitely before watching it, I definitely was kind of like, bro, he couldn't have tried a little bit harder with the name. But you know what? It worked out. Yes. Hi, Dari. Hello, hello. Circe's Island. Yes. Yes, it is. Right. I didn't even introduce this map. This map. Oh my gosh, I'm like halfway through and I haven't even introduced this map. This map is the Greek mythology map. I am doing this one, Greek mythology. So actually, let's quickly go through this real quick. So we have, this is stage one.
A place of art and
Yes, the
culture,
theater.
where young and old come to enjoy all kinds of thrilling stories. Have a seat, why don't you? And let our lovely performers show you all their favorite myths and legends from ancient Greece.
Yes. So here we have the stage. This one doesn't have too much of mythology in it. Obviously we have the Poseidon's trident. So that's cool. These look very, I don't know about, I don't know enough about anything to say anything about that. But yeah, so this one, and then we have And then we have Mount Olympus. Sparta. Yeah, red and yellow Sparta.
On Mount Olympus,
But isn't Sparta Rome?
The gods are gathered for one of their glorious feasts. Unfortunately, poor Persephone can only be there in the summer. How her mother misses her when she's not around.
Oh, is this supposed to be Demeter because they mentioned like Persephone? Anyways, so Mount Olympus. We have Apollo and his lyre. We have Dionysus dancing with his grapes for his wine. I'm guessing this is Demeter and Persephone reuniting because it is summer. We have Pegasus. I don't remember who you're supposed to be or you. But we have the Trident again. We have Hermes. I think this is supposed to be Athena because there's like the spear and the shield. We have Zeus. I'm guessing that's Hera. Oh, we have like the guy throwing the discus. And then here's Poseidon. Apparently Zeus doesn't just have one lightning bolt. He has like a tray of lightning bolts, which is funny. Aphrodite. That makes sense. Yeah. I think this is supposed to be Hera, I think, and then we have Zeus and Poseidon. We have Dionysus here dancing, I think. Aphrodite. I'm guessing that's Ares. We have Hermes. We have Apollo. La 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 la. And then I think we have the Catechus. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Catechus? Catechus. Hermes Catechus. And then what else do we have? We have Sparta is Greek. Okay. Good to know. And then over here we have...
What's this? A new hero to be?
Daedalus.
The labyrinth Daedalus
And King
makes
Minos.
the perfect way to put his wits to the test. Although King Minos is secretly hoping he'll stay in there for a good long while. Maybe even forever.
So we have the Minotaur in the labyrinth with I think Ariadne's thread was right over here. And then we have Daedalus and Icarus here. What else do we have? I think this is supposed to be like what's the boat called? The trireme? Trireme? I don't know how to pronounce it. What else? So this is King Minos. And Ariadne's thread was for Theseus, I think. What are we talking about? We were talking about K-pop demon hunters. You have a friend in Fortune because Fortune, me, Fortune, and Say how it's done. Such a brain worm. But no, now we're going through the map because I didn't even talk about the map that we're doing seek and find in. But yes, King, and look, we have Icarus trying to fly. Icarus, no, don't jump. You're gonna fall. You're gonna fly too close to the sun. But yes, that's this map. So the one that we are currently on is this one.
King Odysseus is
where Odysseus
and has found himself on Circe's
got stuck on
She looks
Cersei's island.
thrilled
Yes.
to have some company. Cersei doesn't get many visitors after all. Perhaps after the feast she has prepared for him and his friends, he won't even want to leave.
There we go. You know, I feel like how it's done, the song How It's Done sounds very like early Blackpink. The K-pop girl group Blackpink. I feel like it gives like very early Blackpink, which I don't mind at all. I do agree with people that like some of their sounds very similar, like their group title tracks sound very similar. But how it's done definitely gave me like the like first discovering Blackpink type of feel, which I love. Like, you know, the badass girl crush concept. What else do we have here? So we have Poseidon here, for some reason hiding right there. We have a bunch of crabs. We have this is, oh shoot. Where was the place called? Polyphemus? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Polyphemus? The guy who had like the golden fleece. Is that him? Because then like he has the sheep here. And then is this supposed to be, I think it was like Theseus who tricked the Cyclops into stealing like into letting him through or something. I don't remember. My favorite demon hunter, I think my favorite demon hunter is Zoe. I really like Zoe. Like, Rumi is great. Don't get me wrong, Rumi is great. I think I just connect with Zoe more, which is, I'm a little bit bummed because we didn't get to see a lot of her. We never got to see a lot of Zoe. Mira, we got to see a bit of. Man, that moment when the girls broke apart, and then when the girls broke apart and Grima was getting into all the girls' heads and like, you know, tearing into like their insecurities. Oof. That part, it was very sad, but that was probably one of my favorite parts. Especially in contrast to like, you know, the beginning. Yeah, especially with like the whole thing with Mira about like, you know how in the very beginning of the movie, they were talking like they were doing like those like interview with fans, and one of the fans was like, oh yeah, Mira doesn't take any shit from anyone, like any bullshit from anyone. Like her family didn't believe in her, la 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 la. And then once they got to like the Grima getting into their heads part, it's like, no, she has a tough front, but like on the inside, all the words do get hurt to her and stuff, and that part made me very, very sad. Purple hair is your weakness, but you like Mira. Mira, I really liked that Mira was trying to get to the bottom of everything with Rumi. You know, trying to figure out like, hey girl, what are you hiding? Why are you being so shifty? Like, she wasn't doing it out of like, you need to tell me your secrets. It's more like, you know, something's happening, you should unload on us. And then Rumi didn't, and it sucked. Where is this going? Yeah, it hurts a lot more. Like, that's the whole thing with telling the truth, right? Like, you tell the truth because if it comes out on its own, it hurts people more. Obviously, like, telling the truth isn't as like easy as just doing it, especially if like it's something that you've been hiding for a really, really long time and you think it has something to do with it, you know, blah blah blah. But you know, totally understandable why like I understand why Rumi didn't say anything, and I also understand why Mira was upset. Let's just go with that. Yeah. Because I do understand both sides. Yeah. You know what also really, really sucked for me was that bathhouse scene. The one where they were chasing down the Saja boys and they led them into the male bathhouse. And then they ended up fighting, fighting, I think it was the water demons. And Rumi's patterns got exposed. And meanwhile, you have like the two girls in the background screaming for her to help. And she was just stuck not knowing if she should help them or if she should just like not do anything because her patterns were showing. Ooh, the moral dilemma. Well, is it moral? I don't know if it's I could call it a moral dilemma, but like that dilemma. Chef's kiss. Because honestly, for movie's sake, if Jinwoo wasn't there, I feel like Rumi would have gone over and helped. But because Jinwoo was there, I actually don't know if she would have helped. Like, for the sake of, like, you know, being a good protagonist and stuff, I feel like she would have gone in and helped. But the way they animated it definitely made it seem like she wasn't gonna help them. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, I was a bit upset with her too, not gonna lie. Hi, Wise. Hello, hello. How are you? But yeah, it was the slow motion of like them getting pressed in by demons and all of them like screaming for help. Like she had this dilemma a couple of times too, right? Like during the train scene, where a bunch of demons were coming in. Well, not coming in, but like fighting. And then I can't remember why she paused. I don't remember why she stopped during the train scene. Because I remember Mira yelling at Rumi during the train. I think it was right. I think Rumi was identifying too much with the demons. I think during the train scene, she was identifying too much with the demons, and so the lyrics made her upset because she was identifying too much with the demons. And then Mira was like, "Oh my gosh, are you with us or are you not with us?" And then I think they were too late to save the people, which also makes me curious, right? Like Guima has all these souls, and once Guima has these souls, the people disappear, like they go missing, because there was like the whole news thing of you know, like, oh, another person goes missing in this neighborhood, blah blah blah. What happens? Like now that Guima's has Guima been defeated? Like Guima gonna come back? Or is it just like... Or was the final battle just the Honmoon turning gold and Guima will be back? I think that was another thing that I was like, wait, what just happened? Welcome back, Bella. He could be back. Okay, yeah. The Honmoon wasn't gold? Really? I might have to actually rewatch that part. Because the thing is, if if it was that easy to defeat Guima, where he was just about to come back and like the song was able to defeat them, I feel like past generations could have done it. So I feel like Guima could be back. But that's just a theory. A movie theory. Oh, so they just made the Honmoon. They didn't even turn it gold by the end. Ah. Welcome back, LP. Kind of. I was gonna say something. Oh, right. The thing about K-pop Demon Hunters, right, is that it's a musical, and all the girls knew, like, all the characters knew when and what to sing because, you know, they're musicians. These are their songs. They know what to sing. It was just... I love that they give a little bit of, like, the... How do I say this? A little bit of classic musical at the end, where everyone knew what to sing, even though none of them have prepared or written the song together or even talked about the song. A cult, probably. Because like, you know how in musicals, like someone will start singing and everyone will join in immediately knowing the lyrics, even though they've never talked about it? I feel like throughout the entire movie, everyone knew what to sing because they were writing it, and then that final song was just the only moment where they never prepared, but they still knew exactly what to sing. I think that was a nice little, like, I wouldn't say it's a homage, but like a little bit of a I don't know how to say it, but there was that. Yes, they were singing from the heart. That makes sense. Yes. Welcome back, Sugar. How did your cookie one go? Where is this snail? Like salad? I prefer fruit. I'm with you. I like fruit. And then where? Where, oh where? Fruit. Where would fruit be? The heck? You have all the cookies again? You got Mystic Flower. Nice! Congratulations! Someone has luck. And doesn't like to be wet, enjoys a nice view. So maybe at the window. Doesn't like to be wet, but enjoys the view. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of movies. I'm not a huge fan of movies. But yeah, I think the K-pop Demon Hunters was one of the first movies I've watched in a while. I think the last movie I watched was One Piece Film Red. Which is funny because that one also had singing in it. I have to say, Film Red, when Uta starts singing in Film Red, I hope you guys know that. I don't know. I'm gonna keep this brief because I don't know if you guys have watched Film Red, but the thing that makes me laugh in shows and movies like Film Red is when you clearly have a child who has a child's voice. They're being voiced like, you know, like a child, very high-pitched voice. And then when the child starts singing, you can clearly hear the shift in right here. In the voice because the voice immediately turns into like an adult singing. So that just makes me laugh whenever I hear, whenever I'm watching something and that's what happens. Is this a door? No, it's not. Oh, and speaking of Netflix, Winx. The Winx reboot. I don't know if any of you guys watched Winx. I have no idea if... I think I told the story of like my Winx books before about how someone took them and then gave it back to me like 10, 20 years later. Great. The Winx reboot. Why do production, like animation companies, why are they always making everything 3D? Make it stop being 3D. There's nothing wrong with good old 2D animation. I guess 3D might be easier if you have models and stuff, but is this the little guy? Oh my god, it is. Did I get the trident? I think I did. But yeah, the Winx.
Meanwhile, brave Heracles wants to prove himself a hero too. But does he have what it takes? To prove his worth, he'll have to complete 12 difficult tasks. Let's see how it goes.
Oh my gosh, it's the Nemean lion. What was I saying? Right, 3D. They need to stop. Just stop. Stop doing 3D, especially when you have a show that has an iconic art style like Winx. Like the art style for Winx is so good. It's so... you can look at it and immediately tell that it's Winx. But now the new art style for Winx looks very much like they are no longer teenagers, but they look like they're 10-year-old children. Shrek? Yes, I heard about that. I heard that they were changing the animation for Shrek. But it's just... and I get that it's a reboot of Winx. I don't know what that means. Like, are they gonna redo the whatever? But they got rid of Helia, who is arguably my favorite guy in the show. He's arguably everyone's favorite guy in the show. Really. But they got rid of Helia, which is... why? Why do that? Anyways, I think the tricks look okay. Who are like tricks are like the enemy of the wings. They're the witches. The girls just look like they are 10 years old. They just no longer look like the teen girls that I've always envisioned them to be. They look really young. Minimalist design in characters. The thing with Winx is that they are so over the top in fashion. And then the reboot just doesn't seem to matter. The fashion doesn't really matter. They look younger like babies? Yes. I don't know. Where's the snake? This is gonna Hydra. Hydra was here. Might be a lot more effective to fight the Hydra. I'm guessing that thing's over here somewhere. What the heck was that? His club. Rock piles. I wish I could become one. Atlas, could you pick an apple for me? So Atlas is over here and the apples are over here. So I should just click on every single one of these apples right there. They better leave monster. They didn't say have you not seen? Oh, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Monster High was almost pretty much one of the first ones hit. It happened like what, a couple years ago? My Little Pony. Mom knows how important hygiene is. Yes. But where is the mom? Mother! Would it be over here because they are washing the horses? Because one of the 12 tasks of Hercules was like mucking out the stables, I think. It's truly the end times. Bratz? I feel like... I mean, they already hit Barbie. Barbie was hit a long time ago. I don't know about Bratz. I think my sisters were more into Bratz than I was. I was and am a Barbie girl. Actually, let me see if there was like a Bratz. Bratz. Okay, no, it doesn't look like they touch Bratz. To be fair, like the Bratz cartoon was already pretty 3D, so... Dang, sugar! Share some of that luck with the rest of us. You can always rely on Phineas and Ferb, yes. Cat. Is this the mother? No. Are you? Oh, right here. Are you my mother? I am your mother. Na 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 na. Okay, snake. Actually, let's just change this. Anyways, so like I'm I don't know, the wings holds a place in my heart. Oh my goodness, they're dead. Not the wings, sorry. Not the wings aren't dead. I just sorry. I mean, I guess in a way the wings are dead. The OG wings are dead. Being fetched with Cerberus. Cerberus was here. Okay. The ball. How could you lose his ball? Is this a ball? How could you lose? Oh, right there. The legends don't tell you this, but Hercules gave up on wiping those stables. See, he did have to clean the stables. Right there. When the reboot is so you just pretend it doesn't exist. Serenian hide. I think the serene is that the. It is the deer. What am I talking about? That is the deer. A deer. Okay, and also this. It's going to be more effective to fight the Hydra. I'm gonna need to figure that out. That because that's in the daytime. Here. Forest might not be a safe place for me to be. I see Hercules patrolling. Oh, here. Now I just need to find a bear. Sorry, that's not a bear. A bull. A bull and a boar. A bull and a boar walked into a forest. At least I think it would be a forest. Where else would they be? Would they be? Pegasus. Do more gambling. Sugar's just gonna spend all the currency. All the currency. Let's see. Are they just making fun of Atlas? I respect that. I know. Oh, right here. There's that guy. The forest may not be a safe place for me to be. Forest would be over here somewhere. So, what did Atlas do? He was one of the Titans. The Titans basically ruled the world before the gods. Basically kind of like in a dictator-y way. Before Zeus, with some help, tricked his father, who is the king of the Titans, Kronos, and sliced him up into a bajillion pieces and basically imprisoned all the Titans. And Atlas, being one of the Titans, got punished by carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Yes, he is this guy. The guy who, if you see a guy who looks like this, like, you know, bent over with like a giant like globe on his back, that's Atlas. And I think, I could be wrong, most of my information comes from the Percy Jackson series. I am so sorry. But I'm pretty sure these are his children. I think they're his children? Question mark? In Percy Jackson, Annabeth carried it and almost died. Yes. I think in Percy Jackson, at least 3 people other than Atlas carried the carried the world on their shoulders. At least three other characters before they got Atlas to take his burden back. Look out for the pond's guardian. I hear he's very... What do you have there? A knife! Pond. Here? I don't think that's a pond though. Pond. Yeah? I think so. Here! Oh, it's in the daytime. Duh. I'm kind of silly. I still haven't watched the live action of Percy Jackson. I think I'm a little too scared of it not living up to the hype. So I haven't watched it. I think I'm a little scarred from the other live action, to be honest. So no matter how much people tell me it's good, I just, you know, I can't bring myself to watch it. I think it's the same as the One Piece live action for me, where people kept talking about how good it was, so I finally watched it, and you know, I know people are like, oh, why bother watching the live action if all you do is like, you know, if you want it to be the same as the original, just watch the original. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do then. Like, I'm not gonna watch the live action if it's not gonna stay true to the original. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I get you don't want something to be the exact same as the original, but for me, I do. People are like, what's the point of doing a remake if all you want is for it to copy the original? Then I'm just gonna watch the original. Like, yeah, the new Percy Jackson live action. I think I was so disappointed with the movie live action that I'm just there like, no, thank you. Humans. These are the only humans. Oh, I guess they're not the only humans. 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 Where are the other humans? The trauma appears? Yes. You want to be the same so you can... Exactly. I think some people would call me a killjoy for that. Like, oh my gosh, you're just a hater. I feel like some of my friends do get tired of me, you know, like criticizing live actions, especially things like One Piece. I don't deny it's not a bad show. But yes, I am one of those people who would rather it be, you know, a 1-for-1. Well, maybe not 1-for-1. That would take too long. Humans. Why are... Okay, actually, let's take a look at the Hydra thing again. Oh, I don't deny that the... Oh, right there. I don't deny that the live action is doing very well. Like, I think that the live action is very good for what it is. It's just not for me. These humans are scary. These are not humans, so that doesn't matter. You are a human, I think, but I don't see any wiggling. I see a wiggling snake. Oh my goodness.
Ah yes, the underworld, the realm of the dead. No mortals allowed. The loyal hound Cerberus makes sure of that. It looks a bit gloomy down here, doesn't it? But it's not so bad, really. There's always a lot of excitement going on.
Yes. Say's World War Z live action. Mine with that Percy Jackson movie. See, the Percy Jackson movie was really good. It just wasn't Percy Jackson. The One Piece live action, it's good. It's what on earth? Why are there RGB chickens here? These chickens have RGB lights on. Yeah. Who's this guy rizzing up Medusa? Until Dawn games. Not gonna lie, I've said this before and I'll say it again now, but I would watch a Cookie Run cartoon or anime. Cyclops rizzing up Medusa, and yet he is still able to see. He's still alive. Maybe she's wearing sunglasses. I'll be right back, guys. One moment. I'm back and I have water. I'm doing my best to drink more water nowadays. I have been drinking more water since I started streaming because otherwise my throat will bleh. But I think now that it's summer and everything, I am doing my best to drink even more water. Being human, maintaining our human bodies is very, very being human is hard. What do you mean I have to water myself? Four water bottles. At this point, I'm challenging myself to drink at least like a half-liter water a day, and that's not nearly enough. Is it Dasani? That's an arm, not a Dasani. That's not a knee. That's an arm. But no, I'm just drinking, you know, boiled water. Boiled and cooled down water. I'm not a psychopath to drink hot water right now. Half a gallon. That's 4 times the amount of water I drink. Yes. Water tastes better with a straw too. So like yes, I am drinking my water with a straw because water tastes better with a straw, like I said. Reusable plastic straw? Yes. Reusable glass straw? Yes. Reusable metal straw? Yes. Paper straw? Heck nah. Sheesh. 2-liter water bottle by your side. You're 2 times 3 is 6. Good job, Kiriko. You can do math. 6 liters of water. Sheesh. I think they say that you're supposed to have what, like 8 glasses of water? How much is 8 glasses of water? How much is 8 glasses of water? Approximately 2 liters. So I am 1/4 of the way there. Oh goodness. No wonder I'm still dehydrated. I was like, I'm drinking more water nowadays. Why am I still dehydrated? That's because I'm only drinking 1/4 of what I really need to drink. Great. You're Stanley. A new bubble tea place recently opened nearby. And there, you know, have you guys ever been to a restaurant and like gotten like something takeaway or something, and you're feeling the takeaway container or like the whatever and thought, whoa, this is high quality? Because I went into that bubble tea place and I was like, whoa, this is high quality, because the cups was like the really hard plastic. The lids were the type that you can like snap back. Like, this is a bubble tea cup. The lids were hard plastic that you can like snap back. The straws were bamboo straws. The receipt paper was like thick paper, and I was like, what the heck? But anyways, that place, they also sell bottles, like water bottles, tumblers, and stuff like that. And I got myself one. I got myself a water bottle. It comes with a straw, so like, come on. Uh-oh, I need to sneeze. Never mind, I did need to sneeze. I feel like I still need to sneeze, but like nothing's... the sneeze is not sneezing, so... I choose you, Slingshot. Oh, what is this, Pokemon? Hades isn't very good at hiding his gate key. I'm guessing it's over here somewhere. It's either that or inside the palace. Oh, look at it. The middle head is biting the other head here. Oh, poor thing. You want to talk to the person who made plastic straws? Facts. So when some places are being bougie, they would use bamboo straws. And I don't mind those because like they're like paper, they're like sturdy paper that they're like paper straws that feel plastic, you know? So I don't mind bamboo straws. Plus bamboo grows back very quickly, so yes. I feel like the slingshot would be here with all the weapons. Right here. Haha, I was right. More gamba. I don't know what you're talking about, LP. No idea what you're talking about. Oh, what the heck did I just click? Oh, the dog. Where's the key? I must have dropped it in excitement. This is a graveyard. Do you not know how many bones there are? Actually, there aren't a lot of bones. Never mind, I take it all back. Oh, right there. And then I don't think it came from the sea. A sailor went to sea. Curly straws? It depends. My brother has a plastic straw, a plastic curly straw. But it's a very thin straw and the curls are very tight, which makes it really hard to like drink anything out of. But I mean, hey, I'm not the one drinking out of it, so like, you know. I think curly straws are cool, but I think it takes a lot of effort to drink out of. Welcome back, Bella. Must be your... Yep. I think you're just like, you know, seeing things that aren't there, LP. Hearing things that's not there. Yeah. Okay. I think this is really cute. You know the way people like romanticize Hades and Persephone? I think it's cute. I mean, you know, obviously, like I don't know. And also, this is very cute. Like the way she just has flowers all around her, and then he has his whatever this is. You just like Hades. Oh, key. Sheesh. And then I can switch, I think, to this. Medusa and whoever he is. Anyways, what do I need to find? It's hard for wildlife to find food. Everyone likes Stockholm Syndrome. Listen, I think everyone just wants a world where, you know, a husband will treat their wife very, very well, you know? I think that's what people romanticize. But I think people forget that that Hades has children not with Persephone as well. He has children who are not Persephone's, not of Persephone. I think people forget that. I think Bella's forgetting that. I really liked Hades in Percy Jackson. Aww. LP has barely started his career and he's ending it. I miss Persephone. Persephone? Here. I love hanging with my friends. I'm guessing it's here. To each their own treasure. Just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Nico was... Who's Nico? Nico... Other than Percy... Okay, Percy will always be my favorite character. But I think Nico was definitely my second fave. Like, way in the beginning, before, way before anything. Hanging? What's hanging? Bro. That last queue, the horror stream where half of the time we were just out there trying to like get the other people down. Oh, I can't tell you how many times. Actually, I could because I counted. I just don't remember. I counted how many times we died. Let me find this lemon. Lemony Snicket. Why is Yuko throwing hands with a ghost? Where is this treasure? Where is this lemon? How hard is it to find something that is yellow here? Is this lemon? I cannot find this lemon. How hard is it to find a lemon? Why does it look like Hades is like officiating their wedding? Doesn't it? Nope. Is it here? This treasure. It is here. It's yellow. Ooh, next level. Pressure under Uriel's guidance.
Like Odysseus managed to find his way off Circe's island at last. But he's not in the clear yet. His travels have now brought him to Themyscira, the land of the Amazons, populated by only the fiercest warrior women.
Am I gonna find Wonder Woman here? Oh no! Why are all their eggs cracked? What have you been doing? Guys, you just need to... What? Did you miss anything while we were gambling? I don't know. What did we talk about, guys? We talked about some Greek mythology, K-pop demon hunters, some Percy Jackson. Oh look, here's the trident. We talked about a lot of things, as we usually do. I am sleepy. Oh my goodness. Most stuff that you can't relate to. I think you missed the one part that you could relate to, which is I think it was like Bella talking about Arknights. But kitty cat, Pegasus. I hope my daughter won't be hurt during the next fight. There we go. That'll teach him not to steal from us. What does that mean? I wonder if I could bargain a discount for this. So this would be at the market, I think. Yes, market. I can't wait to eat this where no one will bother me. I don't know where that would be, honestly. Oh my god. Whoosh. I don't know where that would be. I must have forgotten this outside, so at least we know it's outside. Haha. Trident. I already clicked on that. Isn't it already late? I am gonna keep streaming for a little bit longer. Wow, I've really been pushing it recently, haven't I? Haha. I don't know, when I get streaming, I get into it, and I like streaming with you guys. I like talking with you guys. Sometimes it's hard for me to start. Like, do you guys ever find it hard to, like, you know, just start something even though, like, you know you like it? That's how I feel about streaming. Sometimes I find it, like, hard to start, but once I start, I'm like, you know what? I like doing this. So, I feel like my friend does that with driving, where she loves driving, but she says she has a hard time, like, actually, like, getting into the car and, like, starting the drive. But once she does, she enjoys driving. I'll teach her not to steal from us. I don't know, I feel like I don't know. Who's him? That's you with Arknights IS. Ooh, who's him? Who's stealing what? Oh. What the heck is this? Yes. Listen, I didn't want to just end with the whole mystery thing. I didn't want to end when the end was so close in sight. It was so close in sight, and there's no way I'm just gonna leave like that last little bit for another stream. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push it and try to get the final. I need to finish. Which I did. I ended up finishing. Haha. I think next time I stream, I'm probably not gonna try to get all of the answers. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and like, or like, you know, all the words on stream if it takes too long. Because it gets very repetitive. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'm a very indecisive person. I bet you guys didn't know that. There's no way you guys would have known how indecisive I was. There's nothing in this world that would have led you guys to know how indecisive I am. Nothing ever. Oh wait, why did I... That's in the snow scene. Oh my goodness. There we go. I know, isn't that so surprising that I am indecisive? I bet you guys never knew. Do more gambling, sugar. Go for it. Use up that luck while you still have it. Oh no, I didn't. Hope I didn't drop in the wither. Oh no, it's right here. That's the fastest I've ever found a key. Holy cow. What will I cook with that? I'm too shy to hang with the boars. Oh my god, my brain just went, go, go, Baron Bunny! Right there. I only enjoy the beach when the fishers have gone home. Beach. So this is the beach. Where? Oh, where has mine? Oh, probably under one of these. Nick. Right there. A queen can never be too careful. Alright, your majesty. I think the queen of the Amazons was for a bit Otrera. My friend lets me use his shelter when it's cold. And no men are allowed on this island, but what about mermen? I hate to say this, but I have a feeling that ain't gonna fly with the mermaids. Oh, right there. Okay, where would a merman be? A water? Use up all the freebies now so that we can support the game monetarily. Unfortunately, that's not gonna be me. You know, there are some games where like I will pay to like, you know, buy a pack here or there. But once I've decided that I'm not gonna spend money on a game, I'm not gonna spend money on a game. Oh. Hey, what? What? What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing something. No way. 7. No. Ugh, forgetting the. I'm missing the trident for this one, I think.
King Odysseus is just.
I'm missing the trident. Thinking trident. I was so close to finishing this level. I thought I found the trident on this level. I could have sworn I did. Wasn't it like... don't know. I feel like the secrets are usually pretty easy to find. Yeah, it's right here. I thought I found that. Ugh. Anyways. Hey, I finished it all. Ah ha ha.
Meanwhile,
There we go. The first thing that you did when you got... What? How am I still missing? You're kidding. There's still Ithaca. Frick. I'm not. You know what? This can be like... I'll start it, but I think there's going to be another hidden through time stream.
finally, Odysseus has made his way home. Poseidon, the god of the sea, did not make it an easy journey. Perhaps Odysseus should have thought twice before building that big wooden horse for the Trojans. He wasn't too happy about that. Gods can be very sore losers indeed.
It is sunny, so crab beach. Right there. Wait a minute. This isn't a vegetable. What's it doing here? So I need to find a pile of vegetables, likely. And then it will be where... Right there? Yes. Haha. I must have forgotten it earlier when... I must have forgotten it when had a snack earlier. Yes, that is proper grammar. It is not, but you know. Oh, right here. Mom, have you seen my quiver? Mom? Mom, have you seen my quiver? It's right there, right where you left it before. Haven't I always told you to put it back where it belongs? It's not there, I checked. If I come over there and I find it where I said it was, you're gonna be in big trouble. Mom. Where is it? Where would Mom say the quiver is? So here's the bow. Where would the quiver be? Here? Is it under the bed? Oh my god, it actually is by the bed. You could feel all the emotions. Did you feel the impending doom of Mother finding the quiver and you getting in trouble because you had to have her move from one room to the another just to find your stinking quiver right where she said it was gonna be? Mom had it made for Dad. She always knew he would be back. Oof. You always knew he would be back, so it would be over here somewhere. Right there. Finally, the kid who plays with arrows is gone. Right there. And then, oops, I won't be able to get that one back. What the heck? Where'd you shoot this arrow? You done gambling? Good luck. Sorry, not good luck. Good job on your haul. Seems like you had a really big haul. Where is this arrow? Flower. You're not getting this back. So would it be somewhere really high up? Doesn't look like it. Wine. Wait. No, I don't need a key this time. Wait. Oh my god, it actually is. That was the fastest I finished. Mom somehow materialized. Yes! Moms are magical. Moms are magical. They can just like find something that you've been looking for a day. Sometimes I get so scared of my mom, of asking my mom, hey, have you seen my XYZ? Because I was always losing things as a kid. I always lost things as a kid. So sometimes there were times where like I would lose something and I wouldn't tell my mom about it until, you know, she would find it again. She would find it while cleaning or something. I'll be like, I never lost it. What do you mean? I never lost it. You just happened to pick it up for me. When do I think I'm gonna go live again? I'm thinking if I'm not too tired, I might just go live again tomorrow. Maybe take a look into Cookie Run. Finally hop back into the Cookie Run universe. I don't know what there is. I'll probably check out the update. If there's nothing much to do in the update, I'll probably go ahead and I'll try to finish off my island. I love how the game was like, Kiriko's almost on her island. Let's give her another island to decorate. Haha. But yeah, I'm gonna have to finish my island at some point. Anyway, so there's that. Haha. But I don't know, it depends on how exhausted I am tomorrow. But chances are I will stream. But hey, I'll check out the update tomorrow. See, I was thinking of checking it out today. I mean, I need to update the game. Hold up. But yeah, I am gonna go eat dinner. Thank you guys for spending time with me. Thank you for the welcome back. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun. And I'll see you guys on another stream. Have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night, evening, whatever. And I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!